Hello, welcome to Urgul LTD. How to prepare an infusion. Preparing an infusion involves steeping plant material like herbs, flowers, or roots in hot or cold liquid, typically water, to extract flavors, aromas, or medicinal properties. Below is a detailed guide to preparing an herbal infusion, covering equipment, ingredients, methods, and consideration for both hot and cold infusion. This guide assumes you're making a tea like herbal infusion, but the principles apply to other types as well. Okay, let's go. What you need: ingredients, plant material, fresh or dried herbs, flowers, leaves, roots, or seeds. Example, chamomile, peppermint, ginger, nettle. Use 1 or 2 teaspoons of dried herbs or 1 or 2 tablespoons of fresh herbs per 8 ounces of water. Second, liquid. Filtered or spring water is ideal for clean flavor. Avoid tap water with strong chlorine or mineral content, as it can alter taste. Okay, I prefer spring water. Optional additive, natural additive, of course, like honey, lemon, or other flavor enhancer added after infusion. Second, equipment, very important. Kettle or pot for heating water, hot infusion, or a container for cold infusion. Teapot, mug, or heat-safe container, preferably with a lid to trap volatile compounds. Other, strainer, fine mesh strainer, cheesecloth, or tea infuser to separate plant material from liquid. Measuring tools, teaspoon or tablespoon for precise earth measurement. Thermometer is optional to check water temperature for delicate earth. Timer to ensure proper stepping time. Clean cloth or towel for handling hot container or cleaning spills. Optional, mortar and pestle to lightly crush seed, roots, or salt earth for better extraction. Large jars for cold infusion or storing leftover infusion. Type of infusions: hot infusions, sleeping plant material on hot water, most common for this. Another, cold infusion, stepping in cold or room temperature water, ideal for delicate hair or miscellaneous plant like marshmallow root. Step-by-step guide to preparing a hot fusion. Select and prepare plant material. Choose your herb. Research herb properties. Chamomile for relaxation, peppermint for digestion. Ensure it's safe for consumption and not contraindicated for your health. Avoid certain herbs if pregnant or on medication. If you're on medication, be careful. Measure. Use 1 or 2 teaspoons of dried herbs or 1 or 2 tablespoons of fresh herbs or 8 ounces of water for stronger infusion. Example medicinal use up to 1 tablespoon dried herb prepared. If using fresh herb, rinse gently to remove dirt or roots or seeds. Lightly crush with a mortar and pestle to release oils and compounds. Second, boil water. Use fresh filtered water for the best taste. Heat water in a kettle or pot. The temperature depends on the plant material. Delicate herbs, chamomile, lemon balm is between 200 Fahrenheit degrees. Let boiling water cool slightly, and hardly herbs and roots is between 200 to 210 Fahrenheit degrees. You stop the boil. If you don't have a thermometer, boil water and let it sit for 1 or 2 minutes for delicate herbs. Combine herbs and water. Place herbs in a teapot, mug, or heat-safe container. Pour hot water over the herbs. Use 8 ounces per serving unless making a large batch. Stir gentle to ensure all plant material is submerged. Step. Cover the container with a lid or seltzer to trap volatile oils and prevent aroma loss. Step for the appropriate time based on the herb, leaves, and flowers 5 to 10 minutes. Roots and seeds 10 to 20 minutes. Avoid oversleeping as it can make the infusion bitter or overly strong. And use a timer to avoid forgetting. Train. Pour the infusion through a fine mesh container. Cheesecloth or tea infuser into a clean mug or teapot. Other. Press the herb gently with a spoon to extract remaining liquid, but don't squeeze too hard as it can release bitter compounds. Compost or discard the spent herb. Serve or store. Add optional flavoring like honey, lemon, or milk after straining, as heat can degrade some additive. Drink immediately for best flavor and potency. If storing cool to room temperature, transfer to glass jar and refrigerate for up to 24 hours. Reheat gently if desired, but avoid boiling to preserve properties. Step-by-step guide to preparing a cold infusion. Select and prepare plant material. Choose herbs treated for cold infusion, like marshmallow root, hibiscus, or peppermint, which release compounds without heat. Measure 1 or 2 teaspoons dried or 1 or 2 tablespoons fresh herbs per 8 ounces of water. Rinse fresh herbs or lightly crush raw seeds if needed. Combine herbs and water. Place herbs in a clean glass jar or container. Add cold or room temperature filtered water, 8 ounces per serving. Stir to ensure herbs are fully submerged. Tip. Cover the stainers thick to prevent contamination. Let steep at room temperature or in the refrigerator for 4 to 12 hours. depending on the herb. Delicate herbs like hibiscus 4 to 6 hours. Mucilaginous herbs like marshmallow root 8 to 12 hours for full extraction, and another shake or stir occasionally to aid extraction. Strain. Use a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth to separate the liquid from the plant material. Press lightly to extract liquid without forcing out sediment. Serve or store. Serve cold or over ice, adding honey or lemon if desired. Store in a sealed glass jar in the refrigerator for up to 48 hours. Shake before serving if sediment settles. Tips for success. Quality matters. Use high quality organic herbs and Sylvester when possible to avoid pesticides or contaminants. Check for freshness. Dried herbs should be brilliant in color and aroma. Experiment with blends, combine herbs for flavor or effect, chamomile and lavender for relaxation. Start with equal parts and adjust to taste. Safety first. Research herbs for safety. Some comfrey, example comfrey, okay, are not safe for internal use in large amounts. Consult a healthcare provider if you're pregnant, nursing, or on medication. Be careful. Avoid well-crafted herbs unless you're certain of their identity and safety. Cleanliness, sterilized containers and tools to prevent bacterial growth, especially for cold infusion. Adjust strength. For a stronger infusion, increase herbs quantity slightly rather than steeping longer to avoid bitterness. Storage. Hot infusion. Lose potency after 24 hours. Cold infusion lasts up to 48 hours and discard if you notice of odors or clothing. Common herbs and their infusion detection. Um, I think it's very interesting. Troubleshooting bitter taste, oversteeping or using too much herb reduces steeping time or herb quantity. Or weak flavor, increase herb amount or steep longer within recommended time. Or cloud infusion, normal for some herbs like marshmallow root. If unwanted, use a thinner strainer or cheesecloth on another sediment. Use a double strain or let the infusion settle before pouring. Advanced consideration. Medical infusion for therapeutic use. Consult an herbalist for precise dosage and stepping time. Some herbs require longer steeping or higher concentration. The decoction versus infusion. Okay, very soft root or bark like astragalus consider a decoction simming in water for 20 to 40 minutes instead of an infusion. Solar or lunar infusion. Some herbalists step herbs in water under sunlight or moonlight for energetic properties. Use cold infusion method and ensure sanitary conditions. Infusion strength ratio. Standard 1 ounce herb by height per 32 ounce of water. Medicinal 1 ounce herb per 16 ounce of water for stronger effect. Example, receive chamomile, lavender, hot infused. Measure 1 teaspoon dried chamomile and 1 teaspoon dried lavender, or 1 teaspoon each if fresh. Boil 8 ounce filtered water, then cool to 180 Fahrenheit degrees. Let it minutes, 1 to 2 minutes after boiling. Place herbs in a teapot, pour water over and cover. Steep for 7 minutes, then strain into a mug. Add 1 teaspoon honey and a lemon slice. That this is optional. Sip slowly for relaxation. And if you have a specific herb purpose, example medicinal, culinary, or a kind constraint in mind, let me know and I can tailor the instruction further. Would you like me to analyze a specific herb's properties or suggest a blend? Write this in comments and I answer your question from Urdu Ltd. And please subscribe and like and see you soon. You can see my other videos in my profile and visit my web and my official store with our infusions. Bye bye.